aggregate for just the second time in his managerial career. Pep Guardiola loses 3 games on the bounce. What a stunning night. Have you caught your breath after that? I mean, it was nervous stuff for us even in here, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. It's just what it's all about. Knockout football, 2-legged football, away goals. Some people don't agree with the away goals rule, but it obviously came into practice tonight. It was some night of football.
Yeah. I'm not a fan, but it was one of those nights where the away goals rule just gave us that drama, wasn't it?
Well, it was massive. I mean, that goal from Dzeko, they kept pushing Roma. They really did. They deserved something from the game, at least the one. I think everybody thought the comeback, if it was on, it would be in Manchester, with Manchester City. Who would have thought that it could have been Roma today against a dominant Barcelona team in La Liga?
How do we explain away the fact that they're so dominant domestically, but even though they've made it through to the quarter-finals, they didn't look great against Chelsea? They didn't look great despite winning the first leg against Roma 4-1.
Well, I think you make a great point. They were average against Chelsea. They were average in that first game, even though they got a great result against Roma. And they're finding a way. I think Messi is carrying them, obviously, at times. Suarez is getting a lot of goals, but behind that, they're not getting the goals that you would normally think of. And I just think they got punished today. They deserve to get punished against Chelsea, I thought. I think Roma deserved a better result in the first leg. But today they got what they deserved.
What they are is heavyweights with a puncher's chance on them. They've got so many good players that they can beat anybody by big numbers. But when you look at them carefully, I don't think they've got the class. I don't think they're playing the right formation as well. This 4-4-2... I don't mind 4-4-2, but you have to have... Like, Atletico Madrid play 4-4-2, but their strikers come back and then they press as one. They're a unit. You can't play 4-4-2 in this day and age with two players that just do nothing. You're basically playing 8 against 11 all the time.
Well, actually, if we take a look at the first goal, we can see exactly that in practice, can't we? That the way they play leaves their strikers up the field and are not very much used when defending.
Yeah, well, we spoke about it before the game. Look how easy it is for De Rossi getting the ball. Time, turn. We see it again. That's the back four and that's the midfield four. Suarez, he's the man up top. Messi, he's 15 yards out. He's not even in the picture. But I guess he wants to get the ball into feet. But look at the space De Rossi has. No pressure on the ball. Great run from Dzeko. And it's that quick. That's how easy it is to punish. You can't give great players time on the ball. Look at Messi.
He's in a Michael Owen position, isn't he?
Come on. Yeah, well, probably. But you know, it was... We stood here before the game and we made a case for Roma winning the game or being competitive. And I genuinely thought that they'd get something out the game tonight. I didn't think they were going to go through. But we saw the signs in Barcelona, in the Nou Camp in the first leg, and it wasn't really a surprise. As soon as they get the tails up, any team worth their salt, if they get 1-0 up, they see the winning line and they're focused on what they can achieve, because they only had one thing on their mind, 3-0, and that was that. Barca can draw, they can lose a bit, they can win one, but when you've just got one thing on your mind, it's far easier as a footballer to go out and try to achieve it.
There's going to be a post-mortem in Barcelona, obviously. Is going back to their 4-3-3 formation an option that they should take up, do you think?
Well, it's going to happen, without question, because this didn't work. And I think eventually you'll see Messi playing in the midfield. There'll be 2 behind him, and he can play as a number 10. You'll have Coutinho on the left and Bele on the right, Suarez. I think that would suit the team better, because I think offensively, defensively, the balance seems off. And I think these players are accustomed to playing that 4-3-3.
It's crying out for that formation, going back to that, because... If you stay at 4-4-2, how are you going to accommodate all your best players? You just spent 100-something million on Dembele, 100-something million on Coutinho. You can't accommodate them playing in this way, so they have to go back to the 4-3-3 that would serve them so well for so many years. OK, let's take a look at the second goal for Roma. And it was coming, wasn't it? They dominated the first half, and this was really the goal when you started to fear for Barca.
But look at that again. One ball over the top. Dzeko does brilliantly. So patient. Just holding off Piqué. He's all over him. I don't know how the referee, Clement Turpin, French referee, didn't see it. In the end, he's not the one who gave it. It was the 5th official on the goal line. Obviously, clear penalty. Brilliant centre-forward play from Dzeko all day.
You've taken a few in your time, Michael. This one takes some nerves, doesn't it?
It does. It's just it's a must, isn't it? You have to score it. A long run-up, he slowed down and then sped up towards the end and hit it quite firm, reasonably close to the corner. You know, it was one of those penalties where you've seen them save. It wasn't right in the corner. But that Dzeko centre-forward play, that's why in the modern age, the big men up front that can just pin centre-halves. Piqué he couldn't do anything about it once put in that position.
OK, there is another story tonight for Roma as well, which involves Fazio, and he could very well have had a red card in the second half. And when it wasn't given by the referee, and we'll see it in a moment, both of you said if Roma go on to get something out of this game, this is going to be a key moment. So let's sort of go through the story of his night. First of all, the yellow card that was given.
Well, this one is harsh. I'm sure Michael probably used to do this back in the day as well. Just back in, the ball's up on the air. See Suarez, he knows what he's doing. It's difficult for Fazio to get out of the way. I think that yellow card is harsh, but he was booked.
Now, this is amazing, Michael.
It is, and it's amazing how silly Fazio is, really. Look at him. If anybody's going to start complaining to the referee, he's the last person to do it. And you see, he's telling him to be careful, stop, and stop. He's obviously played in England, so he should understand that.
But this is the moment then. He's on the yellow card, and he does that. I mean, that's a yellow card, isn't it?
You just can't explain it, Jake. You can't explain
it's a clear yellow card. It's a clear yellow card. Red card, he's sent off. Honestly,
you know, I hate blaming referees because there was loads of mistakes in this game. There was even more mistakes in the Liverpool-Manchester City game. I mean, that is the difference between them going through and not, in my opinion. 10 men, you're not beating Barcelona. You're not scoring another goal, and Barcelona are not going to not score against you. It's just such a huge moment of the game. Now, Roma deserved it over the two legs. Don't get me wrong. But it's such a poor decision. If I was a Barcelona player now, I'd be seething with the referee.
We've got to get those big moments right, I think, in these big games. You look at all the money all these teams are spending, 100, 200 million euros on transfer fees, and we can't even get the basics right on crucial moments in games. We saw it in the other game, and we saw it here today. That decision had a massive impact on the game.
It seems such a simple decision to us. We get the benefit of seeing it a few times and seeing it in slow motion.
Why can't they see it another time, Jake? Why can't they have a bit of technology?
Well, you'd say the same about the City game, you know.
100%.
A goal disallowed there for
and just going back to the first booking as well, Jake, you know, I don't think it's a booking. As a centre-forward, I'm waiting for the line of the ball and I'm putting my body between ball and man. And it's you know, you can see Suarez is waiting. He's almost... how many times...
If we can stop it just there...
He initiates the contact, doesn't he, Michael?
Just explain to us exactly what Lewis is doing there.
He's watching the ball and he knows where his man is. And look, he's not even making any... He only has to take one step and control the ball. He's not even thinking of controlling it. He's just backing off and trying to get a foul.
Look what Fazio's eyes are. All he wants to see is the ball. Suarez knows Fazio's coming. He stops. He initiates the contact.
It's smart football.
Don't get me... exactly. Don't get me wrong. Brilliant play. Yeah. Brilliant centre-forward play, because if he doesn't get in the line of the ball, it's just a straight fight, 6'5" against 6 foot. He's going to lose the ball. He's not going to be able to control it. So it's the only thing as a centre-forward. And I don't blame what he did, and I think it's possibly a foul.
But not a yellow.
Because he's been really... But no way a yellow card. No way. I mean... He's cleverly got...
Well, that's why he's complaining, Fazio. That's why he's disappointed, because he's saying he initiated the contact.
And that's probably what this is about as well. This is all just part of that frustration building up, and the referee deals with it very clearly. The other key thing is that when we see the incident where a yellow card's not given, that's 36 seconds after 2-0. Here it is.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look where the referee's position is as well. I mean,
well, he's seen it because he's blown and he's given a foul, and you can see what all the Barcelona players think of it. He let a few go early on in the game as well that I thought they could have been yellow cards. Yeah. He was quite on and off in terms of his severity for dishing out cards. It was a shocking decision, it really was, and I do think it had a huge, input into the game. Yeah.
If I'm a Roma fan though and I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, stop talking about that.
100%.
Talk about the fact that we've gone through and we've won 3-0 against Barca. So let's have a look at the third goal, and a goal that will go down in the history of this great football club.
Under their young star came off the bench, perfect ball in. Manolas is just more aggressive. Just see him, he just wins this battle. It's at the near post, flick. Why is nobody on the back post? If somebody's on the back post, you just clear it. But it's a brilliant cross, great header, and fully deserved from Roma.
We thought crosses, didn't we?
Yeah.
We thought crosses all night. They were going to cause Barcelona problems. They've got a couple of good headers of the ball in Piqué and Mtiti, but it was a corner that was going to do it, and it was a brilliant header, got across the near post. We're
so lucky to do this job, aren't we? And we've seen some amazing Champions League moments after the last couple of years, but that's right up there, isn't it?
It was, and you could see the reaction of the players as they all stormed on. All the players, injured players, everybody off the bench, all the coaches, kids crying. Look, we had everything. Yeah. And I think as a player, that joy, you know, obviously you're fortunate to have some of these moments, but these are special moments. Against one of the best teams we've ever seen in Barcelona, to do that is remarkable.
What's the feeling like in that Roma dressing room right now?
Disbelief. Honestly, you'd be shocked, wouldn't you, Michael? Sitting there just thinking, how have we done that? 4-1 ahead against the best player in the history of the game, his team. Yeah. What were they? 10 points clear in La Liga.
Yeah.
Normally after games, you're still sitting awake after around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, just because adrenaline's still going. I mean, even if they try, they won't get to sleep tonight.
It's incredible. Been the most amazing evening in here watching the scenes, and some amazing scenes at full time. There you can see, actually, these are live shots coming into us now. The Roma fans are not keen to leave. Who can blame them? Who can blame them?
To be fair, they do late dinners in Italy as well, so they're all just waiting, probably go out to dinner.
I think it might be a liquid dinner this evening in Rome, don't you? It's been a remarkable night for them. Lots more still to talk about. There was the opportunity for